Well, as the dangerously cold weather continues, the city of La Crosse is doing what it can to keep the community warm. First News at 9's Dashiell Menzel explains how.
Due to the frigid temperatures, the city of La Crosse has opened its emergency day shelter at the public library on Main Street. While the library's main hall is used frequently for library programs and events, in the case of cold weather, it creates availability for this urgent community need. Deputy Library Director Don Wasek says with the library being a community building, it makes sense to use it for emergency situations.
We have a lot of the folks that are either unsheltered or are sheltered in places that aren't super warm and cozy come to the library anyway on these very cold days. And so this was an opportunity for us to share a space that we aren't using and also allowed us some extra support from city services so that folks can stay safe and warm. When it's really cold like this, we don't have to worry about where they're going.
Wasek says this is the first year the city is using the library as a shelter. In other years, it would use another facility.
It just wasn't as convenient. It wasn't ADA accessible. It wasn't on the bus line. So there were a lot of reasons it didn't work quite as well. Our space here, right in the heart of downtown, I think is much more accessible for the majority of people.
Since the library is always open for the community, Wasek says they were happy to let the city use it to get people out of the cold.
A lot of these folks are in our space every day anyway. We can't necessarily staff that and stay open later or earlier for people until the warming shelters open up. So this just seemed like a win-win. Our patrons who we know and want to stay safe are able to come in, use the facility. They have staffing there that will help them out, and it doesn't impact the library services or staffing.
Upon arrival, guests will be asked to check their belongings into a tote that will be stored safely and securely. They will sign in and out and will agree to a code of conduct while in the facility. In La Crosse, Dashiell Menzel, First News at 9.
Thanks, Dashiell. And the day center will reopen again tomorrow from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m.